I've been called back at you at Super Micro. So we're continuing our series of podcasts on lifecycle management of an MI325X accelerated compute. This is the AMD Instinct platform that is in volume shipping with Super Micro. So we are giving you a sneak preview of what we can offer for lifecycle management in the platform itself. So we've been performing day zero through day two operations. So what's next? Well, we deployed an operating system and we started our LLM model, right? And we want to find out, well, gee, how well is those GPUs performing, right? How can I actually look at that, right? So what we've done is we've bolted in the ROCm basically tool set within basically SuperCloud Composer offered by our friends at AMD. And what we've done is we've have this utility basically running in kernel space, collecting very important sensor data associated with the GPU. And we're taking that information and we're exposing it within our platform itself through our dashboard. So we call that section performance metrics. So again, our use case is specifically around the AMD platform itself, right? But we can collect performance metrics data for any of the semiconductor platforms, Intel, NVIDIA, and AMD. But this particular podcast, we're focused on the workhorse, which is the MI325, and how we basically expose sensor data. What's important about this sensor data is that this particular accelerator provides a lot more sensor data than the previous MI300 and previous series platforms, which are MI250 and MI100 series. So we've optimized our Grafana-like dashboard to provide sensor data that you can collect from this platform when you're running your models, right, and doing machine learning. And the first thing I want to point out is that we show you specifically here the GPUs, right? So we'll fix the sequencing of this. They're a little bit out of order. We need to make an improvement here. But for the most part, they're all there, 8 of them, right? And we're collecting and color coding them differently within actually what we call the clock frequency, which is a new parameter, a new sensor that's provided with this MI325. And then also we're providing also the GPU unit, GPU power consumption as well, right? And of course, we can collect temperature and other ones, right? So as we evolve into the next generation of accelerators, which are right around the corner that we're cooking, can't really release that information right now, but we're working on it, providing you additional sensor data in the next subsequent releases of SuperCloud Composer to provide you a lot more sensor data, a lot more rich performance metrics collection for AMD platforms. So, a couple of things. We got the historical trending that we can provide within the date picker. That's nothing new. We provide that within other various screens of collecting appropriate metadata for historical trending. And what's unique about this one is the pull, right? The pull that we pull out to collect this data, right? So our agents and subsystem are pulling the data, and you can pull it at different intervals, right? By setting it up here on the right-hand side. So we're doing every 10 seconds here, and you can see that our screen is rendering appropriately for essentially every 10 seconds, right? And then here we provide the widget information. So this is how you build out your customized dashboard in specifically the AMD use case, right, for MI325. And we have different charting that we can provide here, different quantitative data collection, appliance max, min, sum, average, and so on and so forth, right? And the various different gauge meters that we can provide here for extra large, large. What's also unique about this is that you can build your dashboard appropriately by moving the various different ones around here within the platform itself, right? So let's just refresh this a minute here so that we can speed it up a little bit here. And so this information is provided to you where you can customize your dashboard here and appropriately look at appropriate metadata, right? And so that's important, right? As you, as a DevOps administrator, to look at precisely what information you're looking for. Maybe you're troubleshooting and trying to determine, gee, my GPUs are not really operating the best they are, right? Or I'm getting them really running hot and I need to alter the flow on my CDU, right? To cool these down, right? Because I don't want them to overheat because these are expensive devils, right? So you want to make sure you protect your capital investment there, right? So we provide all this information, such as performance metrics for AMD. We're not going to talk about TPU metrics or DPU metrics or storage metrics. That will be provided in a different type of podcast. But we are just focusing specifically on AMD and the rich features that are offered within this workhorse AMD, which is the MI325. So that just shows you the performance metrics. They're running in kernel space, collecting this data in time series, and basically providing it and charting it within our platform for you to have oversight on how well your LLM models are running. So that concludes today's presentation on performance metrics collection and running standard lifecycle management for day 0 through day 1 and day 2. I'm not going to go into the alerting functionality, which you can set alerts with this platform, like you can set alerts for any other platform that we expose within SuperCloud Composer. That's on a different podcast. So don't want to repeat a lot of the stuff I've said on those podcasts. You can subscribe to this podcast and subscribe to the YouTube channel. Lots of good information out there on liquid cooled data centers and CDUs and providing lifecycle management for cooling tower, for in-row CDU, for sidecar, in-rack CDU, and various other leak detection mechanisms we have built in. As I mentioned earlier, those are good video podcasts that talk about simulating a leak and what enforcement policy action we take. I bid you a great day. Thanks for sticking with me here through this complete podcast. We're excited. We're driving the AI revolution here at Supermicro. And we're part of it. We're powering it, and we're driving and pioneering sustainability in a liquid-cooled data center. Thanks for joining. We'll see you next time.